Hello and welcome to World of Pistons Update Part 6. Today I'm going to be showing you two new inventions I've added. The first one is a bud switch. I got this whole idea from a guy on YouTube called Ethos Lab. He does a bunch of redstone creations and this is one of them. Exact replica, so none of it's my idea. So what it is a bud switch stands for block update detector. It can detect blocks that are updated around this pool of water. So for an example, I put this here, the water flows, which lifts that off the pressure pad, which makes this torch turn on, because it's deactivated from the pressure pad, which makes this piston go out, and makes this activate, which turns that piston on. And what happens is, since this is the last piston to go off, somehow it glitches out the water and makes it where it just flows into that pool of water right there. Okay. It made that weird noise, I thought it shut off. Okay, so for an example, another one. Watch the pistons. And so that kind of delays it. This whole unit is, I think, 5x5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is where the torch goes. All this stuff is added on. It's stuff I came up with. This is a T flip-flop, which is constantly on. So every other block that's activated, it plays music over here. And if you didn't know this, if a redstone repeater is connected to a note block, it doesn't activate the note block on the charge, it activates the note block on the discharge. So here I'll show you an example, or a working example. So what I did is I put a furnace next to it, and furnaces have two block identities. The first one is this, the second one has the flames underneath it. So if you cook something, like sand, it activates the block identity, which does the T flip-flop, and it activates these redstone repeaters. And once that's done cooking, like, you could go build a house and you'll be able to tell when the glass is done for windows when it deactivates with the block update. And see, it activates the note blocks on the discharge, and you come over here and you have cooked glass. And it only works like when all your stuff is done cooking. So you could cook a lot of stuff and it'll tell you when you're done. So you could go mining or digging or just build a house. And that was pretty much that one, bud switch. And so over here is the coolest thing, I think. I saw it on a Yogscast video and I didn't think it was real. I thought it was part of a mod. So I came out and tested it myself. So it could be a lot simpler than this, but I just hooked it up so it's automatic. This right here needs to be here. It's one water block, and it comes out and goes down into the ground one. Then you line up redstone right here, and I pull this piston away. The lava comes, and it glitches out, and it turns each of the redstone blocks into obsidian with that water touching it. And I thought this was like the coolest thing because it takes one source of lava and it doesn't even get rid of the source of the lava. And now you just have to mine it out. And you can make this a lot simpler, or a lot more complex actually, where pistons right there come out and stop this lava instead of having to do it manually. But that's just extra stuff that you'd have to go through, or extra measures to go through. But yeah, that's the obsidian, and it's really nice because it just wastes redstone, and that's it. Like, what's redstone worth unless you make a lot of contraptions with it? But thanks for watching. See you next time.